much more, hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So today I'm coming to you guys with another recap of Bobby's I Love You Purr. So y'all, you already know where everything it starts off. Every episode it starts off with them just talking about the previous episode and the previous challenge and everything. So they all meet outside talking about the previous challenge, and some of them were impressed by Crouton, and Hercules calls Crouton a spicy cracker. And I'm like, nah. No, a spicy crouton or spicy cracker, something like that. I'm like, crouton is giving more so Cheez It, sharp cheddar Cheez Its. That's crouton. He's sharp cheddar. Okay, so yeah, I'm still surprised crouton made it that far. I would thought he would have been got eliminated, to be honest. I feel like they could have kept a couple other people over him because we know Bobby's not really attracted to him. Like, he was just keeping him around because crouton is like weird and funny and stuff. So then Roli Ray and Bobby meet up and talk. And then Bobby's catching up Roli Ray about who he eliminated. So he's like, oh, I eliminated Trax. He's like, thank God. Like, I never liked Trax. And then he was like, oh, I eliminated Big Bird. He's like, no, Big Bird. I love it when you call me Big Papa. I started cracking up. Like, what I tell y'all, without Roli Ray, this show would have been a little boring because he is freaking comedy gold. But Roli Ray, y'all, I may need you to get some halls so you could clear that throatish girl. Because all that mucus and that throat, the mucus, you heard all of it throughout the episode. I was like, Roli Ray, just clear your throat. Like, maybe it's all that chocolate that was in his throat that he was licking off of Andre's fingers. Okay, so then they're just catching up or whatever, and then Ray the whole time is getting his hair done. So he was just like, oh yeah, it's gonna be giving Aaliyah right debate, switch positions. And I'm like, no, it's giving Aaliyah, if you want to try again, then try again. It's giving try again. Cause the hair, it was giving me, Nicki Minaj, the performance she did at Rolling Loud New York, where her hair was all over the place. That's what it was giving me. Roli Ray should have stuck with the bob, okay? They call her Nikki, so they call her Bob. She should have just stuck with the bob because the bob it gave in the confessional. So short bobs are your thing, Roli Ray. You need to coin them, all that. The long hair just don't work for you. It looks matted. It just don't look right on Roli Ray. So then Bobby gathers the group and tells them about the challenge. And then he tells them how he's gonna have a secret date with them, blase. But of course we find out that it's gonna be Roli Ray and it's not gonna be Bobby. So then after that happens, Crouton counts really loud. He's like, like super loud. And then Bobby was just like, did you just cough at me? I know you're not coughing at me, giving like a little homage to Jocelyn. That's funny that they included that in there. That was funny. So shout out to Bobby for saying that, because when he said it, I thought that immediately. So I was like, please let him say that. And then when he did, I was like, okay, bet. So then they're doing the dates or whatever. The first one to go, y'all, is Cash. Mind you, before this, Hercules talked about, but he kind of basically admitted how he was going to how he still had feelings, I guess, a little bit with the ex, and like the timeline didn't match up. He was saying how he broke up with her since 4 months, and then at one point he said 2 months. So it's like we're all kind of like, when did you actually like break up with the ex? Like Bobby and them are kind of questioning that because the dates aren't really adding up. It's just not making sense, right? So then they get to the dates and stuff, and the first one up, y'all, is Cash. Y'all, we find out Cash, y'all, has one child and is taking care of or is helping out with 2 other children. And I'm like, whoa, like, I didn't know if Bobby's gonna be into playing stepdaddy or uncle girl. Okay, he's not gonna be into doing something like that. So I don't know about that. It's funny because a lot of the guys on this cast actually do have kids, which I was just like, wow, like that kind of shocked me, to be honest. So we found out he has a daughter, and he was like, oh, Bobby's a family man, so he'll be okay with it. We saw Bobby backstage. He was not feeling it. He was just like, oh, there's a lot of responsibilities. Like, I don't know about that. Okay, so then Roli Ray gets Goldheart to try to feed him strawberries. So then Roli Ray's just like, take the strawberry and put it in my mouth. Put it in my mouth. And then Goldheart's just like, nah, like, that's kind of, that's a little too friendly. Like, you trying to set me up. That's the first thing I thought too. I was just like, listen, if Roli Ray had the chance, he would mess around with Gohard, Andre, all that. If he wasn't in that wheelchair, I could best believe you. He would have been the handler of the season. Okay, he would have been handling the guys backstage. He wouldn't have nothing on the handler. Okay, that's all I'm gonna tell y'all. Because Roli Ray is a little slut bucket. I could just see it. So Crouton comes. And Roli Ray does his legendary line talking about, I just came back from the dead and found out that you still on drugs. So apparently, I guess Crouton used to have an addiction problem of some sort, which I'm like, that's not cool to kind of make fun of that. But he was just like, he's not anymore. I'm not too surprised when Roli Ray said it. I was just kind of like, it didn't shock me. I'll just say that. So he was just like, oh, he's not anymore. And then he ends up snitching on Hercules. This is what I feel like they could have did with Crouton. They could have used him as a mole like they did Red Oyster. You know how Red Oyster from Flavor of Love, how they used Red Oyster as a mole for the season and she went back into all the girls' business? They could have did the same thing for Crouton. It would have been more entertaining because then he would have been getting everybody tea. But then again, he would have got his a butt whooped because this don't seem like the type of show that would be just okay with the mole being in the house. Okay, Crouton would have ended up into Cheez-It bits, okay? He would have ended up into bacon bits instead of Crouton if he was a mole in this season. So Island Boy date goes really, really good. And he was saying he wants Bobby to meet his family. He was just like, like, I live in my truth, and like they would love to meet Bobby. Like, he's very vibrant and outgoing, and like my mom would really love Bobby. So I want him to really meet Bobby. Like, I love Bobby. So Roli Ray just loves him some Island Boy. He's just like, ooh, hey. He's just like, try to give me a chocolate on your way out. Yeah, put it in my mouth. Yeah. Okay, bye, Island Boy. Like, he really likes Island Boy. I'm telling y'all, Roli Ray, you gotta watch out for Roli Ray, y'all. So then Dingling comes down. He's higher than Akuta Brown. I'm talking about just high out of his mind. I'm like, next week, y'all, sorry to spoil it for the people that didn't even watch it yet, but next week, y'all, he ends up in the hospital. I'm like, he probably end up in the hospital for smoking all that weed. That weed gonna catch up to you, girl. You smoke all that weed and all that bunk, girl, it's gonna catch up to you. So I think that's why he had to go to the hospital next episode. I'm sorry for laughing, but when I see the preview and I see him getting escorted out in the ambulance, I said, you see all that weed? I'm telling you. So then Ray asks Dingling about all the videos that are going on Twitter about him getting penetrated and his Big Debbie cakes, girl. And y'all, if y'all haven't seen those videos, go to Twitter. Like, y'all always be asking me for links. I'm not gonna give y'all no links, that XXX links, you guys. Y'all gotta search it up. It's out there, okay? Go to the right pages. Okay. So yeah, I've seen some video of that sort, so I know exactly what they're referring to, and it's really disturbing. That's all I'll say. So I get it. I get why Bobby wouldn't want that, because it's like, you don't want somebody like that, like somebody seeing all their stuff all over the internet, and then you like dealing with them, like, mm-mm. So Rerun, even though Bobby does OnlyFans, but it's like, I've never seen any of Bobby's stuff on Twitter. At least if y'all have, let me know, but I never seen on one of his stuff. Like, to be honest, I didn't really confirm that he did OnlyFans until the show. I knew of an idea that he might have, but like I didn't know 100% until the show, to be honest. So then Andre comes, Rerun, so he's next. And y'all, Roli Ray has him open the champagne bottle. So he opens the champagne bottle like he's jacking his D. And then it busts, right? It opened, the bottle popped. And then Roli Ray's like, oh my God, that almost got my eye, Rerun. It almost got my eye. Hey, I'm just like, what the heck? Like, Andre and Roli Ray were flirting way too much for my liking, to be honest. I was just like, So Andre gets asked how Bobby is in bed. So Andre's just like, like he sucks it really good. He does this, he does that, all this stuff. I'm just like, wait a minute. Hold up. Pause. I started cracking up. I was cracking up. Like, Bobby, you saw him getting redder and redder, you guys. All that fill-in hair that he had on the top of his head started to go away from the redness that he started to get red. I'm telling you. So then Andre starts talking crap about the other cast members and Gohard. He feels like Gohard is too dramatic. and he doesn't know how to control his toxic. He feels like he has a balanced level of toxic that can be controlled apparently. And I'm like, when does that exist? But go off, girl, go off. So then Roli Ray has Andre put his fingers in him because Andre is the one who suggested it. Andre was just like, oh, because he had him feed chocolate strawberries, so he fed Roli Ray the chocolate covered strawberries, right? And then I guess he had some chocolate on his hands. So Roli Ray asks, Andre asks Roli Ray, "Oh, you want to lick it off of it?" And Roli Ray literally like deep throats Andre's fingers and licks the chocolate off of his fingers. And I'm like, whoa. And he's like, "Oh my god!" Like I thought I was sucking for a second. Like, my bad, Bobby. Hey, my god. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, Bobby. Hey, like sucking all of it. And then Andre nasty ass in the confessionals talking about, "Oh, it felt really good," and blase, blase, blase. I'm just like, you don't know where Andre fingers been, Roli Ray. Okay, all in Jeffree Star's crevices and knuckles. Okay, you gonna wake up the next day, Roli Ray, and smell and taste Jeffree Star's cosmetics in your mouth, girl. Sorry, Roli Ray. You gonna be spitting out pink foundation. So then Hercules talks to Roli Ray about his ex-girlfriend. He talks to him about his ex-girlfriend and how like he still a little bit is in love with her, but he would leave her for Bobby and all this stuff. And the 2-4 month thing kind of gets brought up about the time frame being confused, whether it be 2 months or 4 months. So then after this, right, Hercules starts getting a little mad because he's just like, yeah, they're all snitching on me. Everybody in the house is snitching on me because they just want me to talk about it. Blase, blase, blase. So the Roli Ray's just like, yeah, because like Crouton, like brought it up and he put it all out there on the table. He put all the croutons on the table and smashed them on the table. So yeah. So what you gonna do? So of course Hercules was just like, wow, he was just defending himself, blase, blase, blase. But to be honest, I feel like he still would go with her had it came down to it. I really, like I said, I don't think Hercules is a part of the community. I know his B came on here and said he's exploring all that, but I just don't see it for him. I just feel like he's just curious, but I don't see him end up being with a man. I just don't see it. Like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. And apparently one of my entertainers DM me said that there was a live saying that soon, that like recently, like a couple days ago, he went live apologizing, saying sorry for leading the community on all this stuff. I was just like, you couldn't have screen recorded it and sent it to me, because baby, I need confirmation before I tell my entertainers about this, even though I'm giving it to you guys still, but like I'm not confirming this. This is what my entertainer allegedly saw in a live, but I don't have the video proof for all. So the elimination ceremony comes. Island Boy gets the first chain, which he does deserve. I really feel like Island Boy should win, even though he did kiss the handler. Okay, but Bobby needs to give him another chance, and I think that they'll work out good together, to be honest. And then Rerun and him start going at it, and then he was just like, "You need to put a muzzle on that cat, okay? Put a muzzle on the p word. Put a muzzle on that. Like, fuck, put a muzzle." I was cracking. Their beef to me is the funniest thing ever. I cannot wait when they do a Zeus All Stars. If they don't cast them in the same season, they're doing everybody a disservice because it's so funny. Crouton ends up going home, which he should have been went home before tracks, in my opinion. Gohard gets called down. I don't know what's up with Gohard. Like, I don't know if because since Bobby snapped on him, he's just not in the mood. But he was just not in the mood. He just wasn't it. Like, he would. And mind you guys, when Roli Ray came out,
it's the cap for me.
Yeah, the cap is on your hair, on the top of your head.
The cap is
the
on
wig
your
is the
hair.
cap.
Like, the cap was just bad. Like, the hair was horrible. Like, Roli Ray needs to stick to the bob. Like, oh my god, like it just looked so matted. And then, like I said, his throat was not clear, girl. Just go. That's all you had to do. That's all you had to do, Roli Ray. But you make it so hard on yourself. Okay. So then after that happens, Gohard, like I said, seemed like he wanted to go home. They even asked him, they're like, "Oh, do you want to stay?" He's just like, I don't know, like, it's just like it is what it is at this point. And I don't know, Bobby. Like I'll be in my feelings. Like I'll be getting in my feelings. You feel me? Like feelings in my feelings. And I'm just like, shut up. Like at this point, Bobby should have sent him home just for saying something like that, to be honest, and just kept Dingling. Even though Dingling just be hired in Nakuda Brown, and Dingling we all know is just there for the free weed and housing. But I would have just still kept him. Even though that we gonna take him out next week, Raw. That is so funny. I don't laugh at people getting medical help, but it's like I automatically assume this because of the weed. So then he gets a chain, which he doesn't deserve, go hard. And it's between Hercules and Dingaling. And Hercules is pleading his case. He was just like, oh, I'm trying to fit him in my regimen. All you do is smoke and drink all day. You don't do anything. And Dingaling tries to plead his case. You know, he's getting all mad. And I'm like, just shut your high butt up. And then both of them end up getting a chain. But like I said, next week, we see that the green ends up taking out Mr. Lean. Okay, Mr. Ding-a-ling. Okay, let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Actually, was funny, the dates, especially Roli Ray with the whole chocolate covered strawberry situation. Who do you guys think that Bobby should have sent home? All right, entertainers, leave your comments down below. We are out, babies.
No personal thing.